Hey y'all, welcome back to my kitchen. You know, that's where I am. It's the day before Thanksgiving, and I wanted to share a couple of the things that I'm doing today. I'm gonna show you how I make my collard greens in the Instant Pot, because you know, all that boiling on the stove is too much for me. But the Instant Pot, I can do it quickly, and it's just as tasty. I hope you stay with me for this journey, and let's get to cooking. Okay, so I got my apron on, and I wanted to get my ingredients ready for my greens. I have my greens over there. You see them over there. I'm getting ready to put them in the sink and wash them. I wash my greens 2 or 3 times. It depends upon how dirty they are. Usually, those in the commissary are not that dirty. But I know that my mother and a lot of people's mothers used to cook their greens, and some still do cook their greens with pork. Salt pork, pork jowls, whatever it is. And it is tasty, I want to say. But my cholesterol won't let me do all that. So I like to make sure that I'm using turkey, smoked turkey. I usually use smoked turkey wings because they are full of flavor. I also use better than bouillon, a good onion, some garlic, and water. And that's it. Of course, I have to season it with a little salt if necessary. My husband likes to put a little red pepper flake on his, but you know, that's his thing. So stay with me. Let's get over here and get our greens started. Okay, y'all, I'm here with my Instant Pot, and I have 2 cups of water that I'm putting in my Instant Pot. My turkey wings, I may not use all of it. Another one. And I'm going to let this cook. Actually, I'm gonna let the turkey wings cook, you know, because smoked turkey is pretty much already cooked. But I want this water to get some good flavoring in it. So I'm going to cook it on the poultry. And actually, I want to cook it for a little bit longer than 30 minutes. I want to cook mine for 40 minutes. And I'm going to let that go. So while the greens are cooking, I'm going to go ahead and chop up these onions. I'm going to do it speedy quick too. And I'm also going to chop up my garlic in record time. And you know I'm not going to wash my greens in a dirty sink. I have to make sure that my sink is clean, so I'm going to use some Dawn Power Wash, and I'm going to remove the grating and scrub this sink so that I can put my greens down in it and wash them. I'm going to wash my greens. I'm going to separate them, and I'm going to pull all of the greens of the leaves off the stems, and any discolored areas or any look like insects have gotten to, I will pull all of that off and discard it. At this point, I've washed my greens twice, and I have a bowl there that I'm putting my leaves in, and another bowl on top of the counter that I'm putting all of the stems in. Now it's time for one last rinse. That's to get any grit off. You know, collards are grown in sandy soil here in Virginia and in North Carolina, where ours usually come from. So that sand can be in there and will stay in there if you don't get it washed out. Okay, so the turkey wings have cooked, and I'm just letting the steam off. I'm chopping up my greens so that I can now put them into that water where the turkey was cooking. Okay, in the meanwhile, I was baking sweet potatoes, but you didn't know that, did you? Baking some sweet potatoes for some sweet potato fluff. These are two good-sized sweet potatoes, and I baked them for about an hour on 450. And now, since my turkey is done, I'm going to go ahead and add some more water that I'm mixing about a good-sized tablespoon of better than bouillon with. And it's probably about another cup of water. Okay, so I'm adding my bouillon, and I'm going to add my onions and garlic first, and then I'll put in my greens. Oh yeah. But you know, I had to taste that broth first to make sure that it was seasoned well enough for my greens. So now it's time to cook. The greens, that is. Okay, so now it's time to work on the sweet potato fluff. While the greens are cooking, we're going to get these potatoes peeled, and a half a stick of butter in pieces we'll put into our bowl. These potatoes are hot. I'm using this masher that I usually use from like ground beef if I'm going to make sloppy joe or something. But I got this little masher thing. I had one from Pampered Chef, and it got lost in a move. But I found this one at Walmart, and I love it. Okay, so my sweet potato fluff is ready to go in the oven, although it's not Thanksgiving yet. So I've done that ahead of time. It can go in the refrigerator just like it is. When it's time to go into the oven, I will add, after it's been in the oven for 15 minutes, I will add some brown sugar and pecan mixture on the half of the top and marshmallows on the other half, because the children do marshmallows and we do the pecans. So that's the sweet potato fluff. I must be in a giving mood. Here comes the macaroni and cheese. I've put 2 cups of macaroni noodles in a pot of boiling water, and I just let the steam off of my greens. So the greens are done. Yum, look at them. Ooh, baby. It's steaming up on it?
Yes, she's got a bowl so we can try it. Get a little bit of broth and onion.
All right. Baby. Baby. And the meat is tender, just fork tender, delicious. Come in.
Okay.
I'm trying. Now, I normally pull the bones out and the fat out, the skin, and leave the meat. Because some people like the meat in their greens, but it is delicious. I didn't have to put a whole lot of salt in it because I'd used the Better Than bouillon and the turkey, smoked turkey wings. Can't go wrong with it. If you like it to have a little bit more bite, you can cook it for less time, and it is still delicious. Now, I cooked my macaroni noodles for about 7 minutes because they're going to cook more when they're in the oven. And I've drained it. I stirred it a little bit to get some of that water out of the noodles. You know, the noodles got holes and they're holding on to water. So now put it in a pan and let's get all of my cheeses in, my butter, and all of that. Okay, y'all, so my macaroni and cheese is in the oven at 350 degrees. We'll have that in the oven probably 20 to 30 minutes, and it will be done. I only cooked my macaroni for about 7 minutes because it's going to cook some more when it gets in the oven. I used 3 cheeses, and you can use any 3 cheeses you want, but I always add Velveeta because it always makes it a little bit creamier. So today I added a Colby Jack mixture. I think it was like a Mexican or something, but it didn't have that Mexican flavor to me. And I put so much other stuff in it, you wouldn't even notice that anyway. And some mozzarella and the Velveeta. So it is cooking. I also added an egg and milk mixture for the custard of it. And this is the way my mama made macaroni and cheese. The new twist for me is the Velveeta because she only used sharp cheddar cheese, period, end of story. So now you've seen my greens, you've seen my sweet potato fluff, and you've actually seen my macaroni and cheese. I will do another video with the hot rolls after the holidays so that you can get that ready for Christmas. In the meanwhile, have a good Thanksgiving. God bless y'all. Bye. So those were 3 of my sides. Thanks for watching. Please comment below and subscribe. See ya.